Okay, so here we have a bezel that was done in one of the classrooms here. Now, the person who made this has a jewel tool, and she did not bother cleaning that bezel to perfection because she knew how she could fix it really quick on the jewel tool. And so she said she was done really quick while everyone else was suffering to get a perfect bezel. So if you look, the bezel is on the little lumpy side. You can see the little lumps and the bumps. Can you see that, Yarrow? There you go, there. Get the full effect. Okay, so now I'm gonna use 2 wheels. Okay, so I'm gonna pretty much zip through this, so pay attention. I'm gonna use a Scotch-Brite. You can use the fine or the medium, and I'm gonna use my felt with my jewel tool compound. So let's go ahead and put this on. Run it at full speed. Okay, and so you're gonna have to hold it in one spot. So just get a nice little footing right here. Hold it better, Ingo. See through. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so right here, I'm just gonna hold it here, and I'm gonna allow the metal to blend. So you can watch it as it blends. You can go back over it and get that nice smooth. So let's take a look at what we just did. See how smooth that is from that lumpiness? So we'll just continue. So what this does is it burnishes the metal instead of grinding it like sandpaper does. And so we'll get that tip really nice and pointy. And we'll clean up the edges. So real quick, just let's take a look at what we just did. So here, let me show right here. So we just went ahead and polished that whole rim and created a nice little bezel all the way. And I'm just gonna smooth the sides now. See how it's not as smooth as you think? It'll get nice and smooth right now. It's a little lumpy. Kind of feather it in a little. Oh, there's some lumps right there. Let's feather that in. Let's deceive the eye that it's nice and even. There we go. So we got a nice smooth finish right here. Let's go ahead and do this area real quick. And we should be good to go. Okay. So the sides, you can, if people who are asking, you can clean it up, you can do the sides, but we're not going to worry about that right now. So we're going to use the felt wheel, remember like I said, with my jewel tool compound. So give yourself a good amount. If you're going to work on the edge, don't forget to put compound on the edge. And so we'll go ahead and clean up the sides first. Get all the way in there. All the way nice and polished. You can work in there. Get a nice little polish, get into all of those areas. Can you see how fluid that polish looks? Just keep going. Really, really quick, nice and smooth. So right here, you see that? Woo, woo! Look at that. And we'll just keep going. Let me get that corner, and then I'll do the bezel right now. So hang in there, guys. Now, to get to these little nooks and crannies, I'll address how to get there. Give me a second. So now we're gonna work on this surface right here by the bezel, the little lip. So you see that right there? We'll keep going. And we are done. So that's the finish, that's the polish. Do you see how fluid that is? Do you see that? Like, this is ridiculous. And who wants to sit and hammer and deal with that when you can do this really, really quick? So let me go ahead and smooth all the extra compound off. See? You don't have an ultrasonic. This is how you do it. And then, so let me clean this one off too. And we should be good to go. Okay, so now I'm going to show how to get into that nook and cranny. Now, listen, if you need to get into these areas right here, do you see that? I don't know, I'm very picky. You can actually take your felt wheel and kind of glide right over it. It's not going to harm the stone, but you can polish that area and it'll become much smoother. Hold on, let me get that right there. There you go. Do you see how much cleaner that is? So there, I think we're good to go actually. She did good. But you can do the little inside lip. So I'm a perfectionist, so I apologize in advance. But it's pretty good. Lindsay did good. Okay, so now to get into those little corners that people always will ask me, I just use the green polishing brush. If it's really rough, go to the heavier grades, maybe the 400 grade in purple or the 6 micron. But it'll get into the little nooks and crannies right there. Do you see how it got into all those little nooks and crannies? You're good to go. You can do a quick little zhuzh around the whole thing. Won't harm a stone. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Get into all those little nooks and crannies. But for the most part, we are now, and I'll get into all these areas too, by the way, under here. We are now done. So let's take a look at what we did. Look at the gorgeous professional. Look at how the light follows this bezel. If you polish with a buff, we're talking like the ugly buff. Yeah, give me the buff. If you polish with a buff, I guarantee you, you will not have these crisp edges. And let me tell you, you need these crisp edges. Any self-respecting jeweler will demand these edges. Like, so look at this. Look at how the light follows this bezel all the way to the very tip. And the sides too, wherever there was some lumps and bumps, we let the light and the eye deceive, and we have a beautiful finish. Do you have any pictures?